we are going to start off today's episode heading over into J-Boy Crew's area. He has just hollered at us to come over by the, quote, tree farm hole. He has been working on a tree farm over here, and I don't remember which hole it is. Is it here? Yeah, here it is. All right, let's see what's going on down here. I know he's been working like crazy, and it actually looks pretty darn good. There he is up there, putting in an acacia tree, it looks like. Cha-cha. He's got an oak already. Oh, I like what he's doing with these decorations. This is really nice. I'd shoot him with a bow, but I don't have one. Wow. What a hole. Okay, so we obviously have a TNT duper up here. Is that what it is? Is that a big oak tree or what? Yes, it is. Oh, man. All right, well, I'm going to have to ask him how this thing works. Yeah, you and me both, man. You and me both having a hard time finding time to play. Whoa! Whoopsies. All right, I guess I'm going to get a quick tutorial here, and I'll catch you all on the other side. I am going to give this a try while he is here. That way, if I screw something up, he can call me on it. So, bone meal apparently in, what did he say? All right, saplings in offhand, bone meal in the other hand. 2 levers, that's all it is. All right, so saplings in the main hand, bone meal in the offhand. 2 levers. Does it matter? Lever to the right and then lever above you was you go in. We flip that lever on. We flip that lever on. We stand here. Ah! Below. I'm about to die. And we go to town, it looks like. I think I'm going to call that good enough. Ah! I'm stuck. Turn that off. Turn that off. Easy enough. Got about a stack of oak logs apparently there. That's pretty fast for a stack. That's not too bad. And it's a nice little system there. I don't know what all the levers are for necessarily here, but that did a pretty nice job. And I think it's time for us to run off and get started on some other projects. Here we are back over at the new building that we started in the last episode. And I've added a little bit of decoration and things like that. Of course, around the corner here is our vault, and I am continuing to work on this space as well. Created a little bit of an entrance here, and hopefully that looks pretty nice and y'all like it. We can head into the vault again here, and we can see nothing in our chests because I have not sorted anything since we were here last. But we do have all of our contraptions and redstone housed inside this little building. This didn't quite turn out the way that I wanted it to, but we're going to continue to work on it. These are going to kind of meet in the middle up here somewhere, and all of that will turn into some cobbled deep slate roof as well. And so it's all going to kind of become one big unit, one big building here. That then we can clear out the insides and do whatever we want with it. You know, that's really kind of the thought there. So we're going to continue to work on that. One thing that I would like to play around a little bit more with is dripstone, not only as a landscaping feature, but also as a lava producer and things like that, right? So I want to build a dripstone farm today, and I'm not sure where to build this. Except it's probably going to go over in our desert over here, our industrial desert behind this area. I used the mud farm a little bit again to make some of those mud bricks and things. Oh man, the world is loading slow here. So I have used the mud farm a couple of more times. Let's put in a dripstone farm out here as well. And I think we'll go ahead and put it down here on the bottom part of the desert. We'll leave a couple of blocks of space here for any building materials and things that we want to use. Maybe 1, 2, 3 areas. 1, 2, 3 for a pathway between the buildings. And then we'll start there. 2, 3. And this is where the dripstone farm will start. So I'm going to go gather a few resources, and then we're going to come back and we're going to put this thing together hopefully pretty quickly. So this is a pretty simple design that just requires a little bit of observers and pistons. So I'm going to throw the observer down right around here. For that, we'll put dripstone down. Oh, you know what? We should really make this floor something other than sand, just so that it's not affected by gravity. Iron blocks seem to be appropriate. I think this will work. Let's make sure. Yes. So you can see that when I put the dripstone down, the observer triggers, but also when the dripstone grows, the observer triggers. So that is going to let us take a redstone signal out of the observer to fire a piston over the top of the observer. And that piston will break off the top piece and leave the bottom piece to continue growing. Now that's also going to happen up near the top as well. So let's take a look at how we're going to make this all work. The last part of this farm is the top. I shouldn't say last. We haven't quite finished collection or anything like that. But the next part of this farm is the top part, which is going to be dripstone as well. So we've got to add some dripstone with water on top of it. And then we're going to come across here and we're going to pop our dripstone right there. And you can see that every time those update, the pistons fire. And I am stuck. There we go. And every time they fire, then we're going to get another piece of dripstone that drops down there. Now, the dripstone's also going to grow from the bottom, right? So it's going to kind of fire in both directions. I did forget to grab one more bucket of water. How are we going to make sure that all of this dripstone gets collected? Well, pretty simple. We're going to throw water right down the middle there. We're going to throw a hopper on the very end with a chest. I don't know if I've got either of those things with me. Yes! Okay, hopper, and we can make a quick double chest. Now there's one last piece of work that we need to do here that's going to be pretty important. And I'm going to need to add a few more blocks down here on this end. So let me do that. There we go. And last but not least, I need a little bit of glass. A few glass panes is what I'm on the hunt for now. Now that I've got some glass panes, the last thing that we're going to do is right here where the pistons are, we are going to go ahead and add in a row of glass panes. Same thing goes here. And just to be safe, we're going to add it in the middle. So I don't want anything falling on this bottom set of glass panes and not getting pushed into the water. So now the piston should push it into the glass pane, and then it'll drop into the water, into the hopper, and finally into the chest. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let this AFK for a while here, and we'll see how much of the dripstone we get with this one chunk of farm, and then we will go from there. Hopefully we don't need to make a whole lot more of these. I do need a whole bunch more dripstone if I need to make a bunch more of them, because I'm out and I'm going to need more dripstone block too. So we'll wait and see how well the farm does with just this one layer, and then we'll go from there. Here's what I've learned from the farm so far. Dripstone doesn't go very quickly. So this is maybe 4 hours worth of pointed dripstones. So we are going to need a much larger farm if we're going to want this to move quickly and that sort of thing. Oh my goodness, what in the world? For right now, we're going to run and grab some wool because I have another thing that I'd like to frame out before the end of this episode. Well, we are back over in the industrial district now. We have the wool that we wanted, and I wanted to just check the dripstone farm here. This is not working very fast at all. We're definitely going to have to increase the size of this and do something about that. But that is for a different time and a different day. Let's take a look behind us at what I have started over here. Yes, this is the beginning of the decorative aspect of our creeper farm. And it is what I had in mind from the very beginning, which is a volcano. And this is what I thought. This is what my brain was from the very get-go, that we would have a volcano over the top of our creeper farm. I just feel like that is appropriate. And I need to go find some food. I don't know if I got anything over here or not. I started with just these four sides framework, and something I thought was interesting when I was looking through some source material, looking at some pictures, is that it really seems like volcanoes, except for those that have like blown up through the side or whatever, they're pretty symmetrical. And I kind of feel like maybe that's got something to do with the way that gravity works on lava when it comes out or something. I don't know. I'm totally making that up, but it sounds good, doesn't it? So I went with a very symmetrical outline framework, and I'm going back through and adding in the middle part and beefing it up a little bit. And I'm already not really liking how it's looking, but I think I just need to do some more and kind of figure it out. Like this top edge needs to like kind of, I think these need to be gone, and it's going to have to flatten out a little bit. There's going to be a lot of terraforming that I need to do. All that being said, I almost fell off. All that being said, I was going to like go through and do this all in gray wool and then come back and figure out what I was going to do to like make it look like a volcano and what other types of things I was going to use, black stone or deep slate and cobble and stone and all that kind of stuff, right? And I got to tell you, after doing this little bit right now, that is not smart. I will not be doing that. So I'm going to have to take a quick break to go do a little bit of mining to get a whole bunch of resources and kind of figure out what we need. I haven't even thought about like a palette for this at all. I feel like it needs to be dark because it's supposed to be lava, right? Like it's a volcano. So we would assume that there's been lava that's come down it at some point. So that means we need something dark because lava dries black. And that would be black stone. That would be deep slate. I don't know. I don't really think there's probably any room for any black concrete. Certainly maybe some gray wool. And we'll have to look through some other things. Maybe I'll just pull a bunch of blocks out, set them down here on the ground, and we'll kind of take a look at what that palette might look like and go from there. So give me a minute. Here are a bunch of dark-ish blocks. Obviously cobblestone and andesite are very much on the lighter side, but I do feel like there may be some place for those to be in there. Maybe I don't know for sure, but we'll take a look. Then we kind of move into our deep slate and our cobbled deep slate. I kind of like the deep slate look a little bit better. The cobbled is a little too not natural, I feel like. We've got basalt in here, which I think this is a great tone. And obviously coming from basalt deltas, there's a lot of lava and stuff around there. And then we go to wool. That's the gray wool. I didn't bring any black wool over. And then this is some polished black stone and some regular black stone. So I feel like between those blocks there, we should be able to come up with something pretty good. But I'm going to go study some volcanoes again, take a look at kind of what the variations look like, and try and figure out something that looks a little natural. And of course, we're going to have to go collect a hot mess of blocks because there's a lot of these that I don't have a whole lot of. Y'all are not gonna believe what happened. Yeah, you will. You'll believe it 100%. I died. I got attacked by a piglin that I didn't see coming. It hurt a lot because I have 0 armor on. It's funny because I was recording me digging up some basalt, and I thought to myself, this is a really dangerous thing for me to do out here with no protection, you know? And then I just went ahead and did it anyway. And now I gotta try and see how much stuff I lost or didn't lose. As you can see, it's all over in this lava. And now I have a magma cube that is coming after me and slowing things down. So this is just exactly how I wanted this to go. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I mean, could not be going any better. Just could not be going any better. Take that. Come on up, friendo. Go back down. Oh, no, 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 I'm gonna die again. Alright, I'm gonna land over here and take some assessment of the damage that's done. So, I had 9 shulkers on me, or 8 shulkers on me, which was all of the different kinds of blocks that I was going to use. I did have a fortune pick, so I've lost that. I've lost some iron armor, probably, my fortune pick, whatever little bit of blocks that I had on me. At least I kept all 3 of my elytra here, so it could have been worse, I suppose. Let's go take one more look, make sure nothing fell down here. Well, that's not too bad for dying twice over these lava pools, so I'll take it, and at least I didn't lose all the basalt that I had. I think that's where we're going to end the episode for today. Another short one and barely got anything done, but I'm going to need to go suit up, and it's going to make this episode way too long, so we're going to go ahead and make that another episode. We are, in the next one, we're going to need to go re-armor up. You know, we lost all of our netherite and everything like that, so we're going to have to do some work to get ourselves better protected in the nether while we're collecting, because we got to go back and get blackstone, and we got to go back and get, there's another one in there, I think, but we need to be better, better geared up. So next episode, we're going to start with that, then a little resource collecting, and then hopefully back to the volcano. So until next time, I hope you stay happy. I hope you stay healthy, and I'll see you